All right, hello everyone. Bo Williams. We're going to be talking some traffic here in just a little bit. We're here in the live in the WAT 6 News Side newsroom. I am joined by Chief Meteorologist Ken Weathers here before we get into traffic to talk about what's coming up this weekend. You've been talking a lot about this, Ken. There's a lot of different moving parts to all of this. So
Yeah.
get us up to date, the latest on the forecast, what we can expect.
A lot of people already traveling, just
Yeah.
coming into work today. I think a lot of people are kind of wanting to
Spring
get
break,
out of
yeah.
town instead of traveling tomorrow. And I will say, a lot of people may be here in town looking to go to the Gulf Coast. Either do it today or do it Sunday. I would not be traveling tomorrow, especially through portions of Alabama, Mississippi for tomorrow. I know some people may be going to Florida through the I-75 Atlanta corridor. You're going to be okay if you do it
It's like
earlier in the
75
day.
over to 95, you'll be fairly safe.
Do that earlier in the
Early,
day as
okay.
well. The storm threat in the metro Atlanta area comes later Saturday night.
Okay.
But I would highly not want to travel basically through Mississippi and Alabama throughout the day tomorrow if at all possible.
Okay. So what does this all mean then for us? What are you watching time-wise? Any showers tonight, or will it be tomorrow morning? What are we looking at for us?
Not a whole lot overnight tonight. It would be through the first half of the day tomorrow. Some non-severe showers and thunderstorms around the area. Our greatest risk, if we're going to see severe storms, would come later in the evening and then overnight across the area. Still think all forms of severe weather would be possible. And what I mean by that is damaging wind gusts would be our biggest threat, but some hail certainly possible, and can't rule out a tornado, especially across the Southern Valley locations, just say basically south of I-40.
Okay.
Looks to be the more likely areas if we're going to see those. But biggest thing with this being an overnight event, you just need to have multiple ways you can get alerts. People always say, can I go to sleep? Well, of course you can, but just have ways to get alerts. And if you have your phone, don't have it on do not disturb or silent mode, or else you will miss those alerts. But don't just rely on your phone. Have other ways that you can get alerts. We always say that anyway this time of year.
Definitely. I was just pulling up. I wasn't ignoring. I was going to say, don't forget we had our free weather app here. It's easy to download. Go to the App Store, Google Play, wherever you frequent.
Just search Knoxville weather.
Very easy to do. Get you the latest information. All right, Ken, I know you got work to do.
Yeah.
Tune in, watch us tonight on the newscast, WAT, also throughout the weekend. And, of course, WAT.com will have updates for you there as well.
Yep.
All right, buddy. Thank you. And, of course, you can always read the very latest on the forecast by going to our website, WAT.com. We've got a post up there for you right now. Dry, warm, breezy today, but this will change, obviously, as the forecast changes, as the weather changes outside. We go to WAT.com for the latest on our forecast. All right. Also, we've been watching a lot as far as traffic. I got a big weekend coming up. Obviously, you don't want to pay close attention to the weather before you head out. That is for sure. But it is Monday, St. Patrick's Day. But the parade here in Knoxville coming up on Saturday. As a matter of fact, we've got a post for you as well. We've got a story for you to get the very latest on all the St. Patrick's Day events and parking and road closures. If you're going to be going to the parade downtown, this all starts coming up at 1 o'clock on Saturday, but you can go to our website again, WAT.com, to get the latest there. And we actually have, there's the map for you. This is what the city sent out. And here's what you need to know if you're going to be heading downtown on Saturday for the parade. You're going to have some road closures. Hill Avenue between Walnut and Hall of Fame will close. This will be between 11 a.m. and 3 p.m. Gay Street between Hill and Main from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. and then Gage Street between Main and 5th Avenue from 12:15 a.m. to 2 p.m. So keep all of that in mind, that there will be some closures out there. They've got to do the lineups, obviously, for the floats and for the bands and all the participants. And then really, excuse me, the parade will go really right down Gay Street. So if you kind of follow the cursor there, it used to set up on the Gay Street Bridge. Obviously, they can't do that now because the bridge is closed. So they'll be setting up down near the interchange there with Main Street. It will go straight up Gay Street all the way up to Magnolia. And that is where the parade route will end. But again, basically it's the length of Gay Street tomorrow. Steps off at 1 o'clock. If you can't make it out, we'll be streaming it for you right here at WATE.com. So again, keep that in mind as well. All right, we do want to get you updated on what's going on traffic-wise around the area. As always, we'd like to get you the very latest information on what's going on this Friday. And we do have an incident for you we're watching out here in the Harriman area. So let's find out what's going on here. We'll kind of zoom in a little bit. We'll click on, this is the TDOT Smartway map for you. We had a multi-vehicle incident. This is I-40 eastbound, Roane County. Mile marker 346 came in around 1 o'clock today. That was Central Time. So yeah, just around 2 o'clock here in the Eastern Time Zone, but still causing some issues. Looks like we do have looks like we've got the closure there eastbound 40. We'll have to continue to watch this for you, but it's near Harriman. Let's go back here. We actually have a couple of TDOT cameras. Let's see if how the traffic is looking, if they've been able to divert traffic off the roadway. There's that one car we see going through there, but otherwise it is pretty quiet through that zone. So hopefully they're going to be jumping off before we get to the closure. Let's back this up a little bit more. This is a mile marker at 341.3, and again, just a couple of vehicles there, but it's still showing a closure as you get a little bit further down there on I-40 eastbound. Again, the mile marker is 346, so about 3 miles from where we were seeing those cars just a few moments ago. So that's I-40 east. We'll continue to try to follow that for you and let you know if there's any updates. Shift things back over toward Knoxville if you're going to be heading out. Seems like the usual suspects on a Friday, and as Ken mentioned, you know, a lot of people may be trying to get out of town early today to beat the weather. Instead of traveling tomorrow, and you can definitely see that here. This is 40 westbound right now. It is slow going this afternoon. Traffic very, very slow. It is the start of spring break for a lot of people. And again, you're going to see a lot of people trying to head out of town, heading toward the coast. But again, heavy traffic for you. This is back at I-40 westbound, back near West Hills. In that area, eastbound traffic looking okay. Let's check the east side of town, see how things are flowing out of town there. And again, right now, not too bad. This is I-40 east and west out near the Holston River Bridge. You're looking okay. And then let's really check on here for a moment. Just kind of popping into my head here. We're going to expand the map here just a little bit. We're going to shift it over. Obviously now I-40 is open back in the mountains. It is one lane open in both directions. So traffic will be able to go through there. But I just wanted to show this to you. This is right there near the state line as you're making your way toward Asheville, but both directions. A lot of orange and a lot of red on that map. And yes, it is one lane, both directions, but you do have a lot of traffic trying to get through there. And of course, it is spring break, really kind of kicking off the heavy travel season. It'll be like this off and on all the way through the summer. So even though you can drive through there, just be prepared. It will take some time, that is for sure, when you factor in some of the truck traffic. Now, wide loads still need to go north up to 77 and then come into North Carolina that way. But just know that, yeah, I-40 is open one direction, both directions, right there in the near the Tennessee-North Carolina line. But as you can see with all of this right here, it is going to be slow going through there. Let me check on 26 for you in case you are going to be heading out. They've been making a lot of progress on making the repairs there on I-26, and hopefully they're getting closer to having where we have 2 lanes open in both directions. Right now, still just 1 lane along sections of 26 near Irwin, but right now it's looking actually pretty good. Sorry, I keep going in and out here, but actually right now traffic through there moving along okay. It seems like there is an accident, some emergency road work. Okay, so that's what we're seeing there. That's part of that bridge work that's happening, but they have made a lot of progress along I-26, and that's another option for you. You can either take 40, you can take 26 into North Carolina. Again, it's just going to be 1 lane both directions in a few spots. A lot of people have taken 25, which takes you, say, from Newport through Hot Springs. That is one-way traffic in each direction, or 1 lane in each direction. There are a few passing lanes, but they are far and few between, so you could get stuck in some long backups through there. It's just kind of hit and miss, but that is another option. Whether you go through Hot Springs or if you go up through the Tri-Cities, if you're trying to get, say, toward the Carolina coast, you tack on about an extra 30 minutes at least, maybe 45 depending on traffic. And again, it looks like it's definitely slow on I-40. And then again, the other option we told you can still take it all the way up to, I take I-81 up to 77, and you can kind of come down into North Carolina that way. That's really the, and that will definitely tack on some extra time. So just some thoughts as far as traveling is concerned as we're heading in toward the spring break season here for a lot of you. All right, let's get you updated on some projects that are going on. There was one we talked about last week, and another one that's going to be an issue starting back again on Monday the 17th. This is the Oak Ridge Turnpike. This is just to the west of Oak Ridge. This is near Bradley Avenue. Crew's going to be out there working between 9 a.m. and 3 o'clock. They've got some roadside work in that area. You could see some possible lane closures, shoulder closures here along the turnpike. This is here near Bradley Avenue. We'll kind of widen this out for you a little bit. Again, here is Oak Ridge, so just to the west of Oak Ridge is where that work's going to be happening. But that will start back on Monday, and it will go from 9 in the morning until 3 in the afternoon. Another spot we're watching for you, some future work coming up for you. This is in Knox County, and this is going to be out I-40 out near the Watt Road interchange, and a couple of things that we need to tell you about here. First of all, 40 east and west near that Watt Road intersection on Sunday, the 16th. Watch for a rolling roadblock. This will be between 6 a.m. and 7 a.m. So Again, that's coming up on Sunday. Of course, this could change if some of that wet weather's still hanging around, but this will be early Sunday morning, so maybe you're thinking about putting off, as you heard from Ken just a moment ago, for spring break travelers. Either today is a great day if you're heading toward the Gulf Coast to go, especially if you're going to Mississippi or Alabama, maybe even parts of the Panhandle of Florida, or Sunday would be a good day to go. But Saturday is going to be a tough day to travel weather-wise. But watch out for that. Rolling roadblock 6 a.m. to 7 a.m. That's I-40 east and westbound I-40 on Sunday near that interchange. And also the I-40 west ramp to Watt Road. So let's zoom in here just a little bit for you. The 40 west ramp to Watt Road. So right here as you're heading down that hill, heading toward Watt Road, watch out beginning at 7 o'clock tonight. Of course, this may all change due to the weather, but 7 o'clock tonight through 6 o'clock Sunday afternoon, you could see some lane closures and lane shifts on the ramp. They are repairing some of the concrete on that ramp. I think it's a safe bet this might get delayed because of the rain that we are expecting this weekend, but just in case you do see the cones out and you do see the lane closures, be aware that there's a good chance this one might get delayed. But in case they do try to get some of the work in, watch out. But it'll be this ramp here. It's off of 40 west to Watt Road. They'll be working on the concrete there. And then our final stop for you, as far as some of the projects concerned, this is I-640 east and west near mile marker 6.2. This is near the Broadway interchange for you. And coming up on Sunday, watch out for some rolling roadblocks. This will be between 7 a.m. and 11 a.m. Utility crews working on some overhead line work, so they've got to get out there on the interstate, run those lines. But again, this will be from 7 a.m. to 11 a.m. Rolling roadblocks, 640 east and west near Broadway. So let me pull this up for you here so we have a camera right there in that spot. So this is the area that we're talking about. But if you're going to be out traveling Sunday, and some of this rain may be out of here by then, so this might actually happen. Just be careful for those rolling roadblocks. Maybe you take 640 trying to get to church Sunday morning. Again, just be prepared that you could see some backups there due to some rolling roadblocks. But just to repeat one more time, that'll be between 7 and 11 on Sunday morning, of course, all weather permitting. Go back to the main map for a second. Still a lot going on, but still watching that issue for you out near Harriman. I-40 eastbound, a section up there closed due to a multi-vehicle accident. We'll have to continue to monitor that. We'll have updates for you on WATE. And then let's zoom in here. We've got one alert for you right downtown. This is just heavy traffic, 40 westbound. Looks like it's right there near the 275 interchange. So we'll zoom in a little bit tighter for you here. We'll click on the camera in that area, and well, it doesn't look too bad. Let's take a look here. We get it. No, it doesn't look too bad right now. But this might be one of those where they're saying this, off and on throughout the day. We've been seeing some heavy traffic. Thanks to a lot of people, either one heading home for the day. It's a Friday. Also, spring break travelers. But right now, it looks okay in that area. All right, so that's how things are shaping up. That's how weather is going to be, and that's also how traffic is looking heading into the weekend and next week. Obviously, as always, if you have a question, you can always send us an email. You can, just let us, whether it's a pothole, a road extension, road project, what have you, resurfacing. We'll try to get something answered for you. And you can also reach out to TDOT, 833-TDOT-FIX, 833-836-8349. If you see something, especially if it's a pothole, a damaged guardrail, something like that, that can cause some damage immediately and it needs to be addressed, you can always give TDOT a phone call and they will get crews out there to take a look at it. All right, have yourself a great weekend. Be safe out there. Keep it tuned to WATE as far as the latest on your forecast. Download our free weather app. And of course, we're going to be out traveling as well, especially next week. We'll let you know in on some of the projects that will be going on around the area. So just be safe, and we'll do this all again next week. So again, take care.